Leveraging credit cards is one of the keys to scaling your Amazon FBA business. However, there is a lot of confusion about how you can utilize these tools to actually benefit and make more money when scaling the Amazon FBA business. I want to clear up some of the confusion about leveraging these tools and then go in depth about all the credit cards that we use to scale our Amazon FBA business in 2023. So leveraging credit cards gives you a worlds of value compared to spending the same amount of money that you would already be spending on inventory with a debit card or paying by wire. Credit cards allow you to, one, have 30 to 60-day payment options, allow you to earn points and travel benefits just for spending money that you would already be spending, and a lot of credit cards also have a 0% APY or no interest period where you can use their debt for free for 6, 12, maybe even sometimes 18 months and be able to scale and utilize money that you don't actually have. Before you get into the tools of using credit, and especially before you start using OPM or other people's money to scale your business, you want to make sure that you have a really good fundamental breakdown of how you're purchasing inventory and make sure that you're not over leveraging yourself where you're spending money that you couldn't afford to pay back, with worst case scenario, Amazon not being able to pay you for the goods or not being able to sell them and before the time comes that you actually have to pay off your balance. Once you're more of an expert and understand how to actually purchase inventory that you can buy for less and sell for more on Amazon, it becomes more of a method to make more money and leverage being able to have flexible options so you're not always out of money when you're looking to purchase inventory. So right now we have probably 5 or 6 credit cards that we utilize on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis to run our Amazon FBA business. The way I want to emphasize it is there's 2 main banks that you can utilize to have a good trifecta or a good arsenal of credit cards. You could either utilize Chase or Amex, and I would call those the 2 best banks to utilize for credit based on all of their options and different cards that they have at your disposal. First of all, my number one go-to is the Amex Plum card for Amazon FBA. The reason being is there's 60-day payment options. In theory, you can purchase inventory on January 1st and not actually have to pay your statement balance until March 1st. This will allow you to buy a little bit more inventory and know that you have some time to actually pay back this card and then be able to recycle that inventory maybe 1 or 2 times and start to scale. This card does not technically have the best benefits in terms of rewards or spending power, but it does give you the most flexible payment options so that way you could purchase more inventory and be a little bit more in control of your cash flow. The next card that I would recommend getting is the Chase Business Unlimited card. This card gives you 1.5% cash back on everything with no limits, so it allows you to get a ton of points or cash that you can use to basically have extra profit, travel, or whatever that may be. Out of most cards on the market, you're never really going to be able to get an unlimited more than 1.5 or 2% on all categories. This one's a little bit better than the Capital One card that gives you 2% because Chase is a lot better of a bank and will allow you to spend more money and open up higher limits. However, Capital One does give you a little bit more of a percentage in terms of cash back. The next card that I want to highlight is the American Express Blue Business Plus. This card gives you 2 times points per dollar that you spend, up to $50,000. So essentially, if you spend $50,000 per year, you're going to get 100,000 Amex points on whatever you spend. So this one, I kind of cap out using it till 50 grand, and then we stop using it because you can use other cards that'll get you 1 point, but it's good to be able to get a lot of Amex points, and then you can transfer them over to what we would use as our last card in our arsenal, which is the Amex Platinum card. The only reason for really using this card is to use the points that you get from other credit cards through American Express for travel and other benefits. There's no real benefit to spending money on this card other than that it's a charge card and you can have an unlimited, in theory, limit and you can build it up to spend more money. However, you're always going to have to pay that card in full off every month, and it only gives you 1 times points per dollar when you're purchasing inventory. So it's not going to get you a lot of points, but from the other points that you get, it'll allow you to use them to the most benefit. In terms of credit, there's going to be certain cards that are going to give you a lot more points. There's going to be certain cards that give you miles. There's going to be certain cards that give you flexible spending options. You're going to want to look into a lot of different cards and be able to pick a couple that you can use together to make the most benefit and use them on different pay dates. So that way you can use one card that's due on like the first week of the month, another card that's due on the 3rd week, and etc. So that way you can kind of break up your inventory purchases. Another tool that you can use are sites like Plastic, where you can actually use credit cards and pay like a 3% fee to be able to use a credit card to wire a distributor. This will allow you, when distributors don't accept credit card, to be able to use yours. And for the 3% fee, although it's going to kill into your margin a little bit, you're going to get 30, 60-day payment options. And on some of the cards, you're able to get almost 3% back anyway. So it kind of evens out. That's why we use a mix of credit and wires when paying our distributors. So that way we have flexible payment options so we can always change up and change what cards we're using and earn the max benefit, as well as spread out what we owe on our inventory. When you start to spend tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on inventory every single month, it gets a little bit hard to keep up with. So having these where you only have to pay off in little chunks helps out a lot. In conclusion, these are the credit cards that I've used to scale my Amazon FBA business in the last 5 years. We've been leveraging credit and also building our credit up for over 4.5 years now, and it's been a key tool in terms of scaling, but you have to use it wisely. Otherwise, you will get hit with a lot of interest and it's going to be really hard to pay back. So you want to be able to use these once you're actually scaling and ready and confident with the inventory that you're buying. If you have any more questions about credit cards or any other Amazon FBA questions, make sure you click the link down below and join our free Discord server. I have a lot of experience with credit and building out a credit profile and can help you out or team you up with an expert that could help you fix your credit if it wasn't so great. So make sure you click that link down below and join the free Discord server. That's it for this video about credit. Thank you for your business.